We gotta fight the powers that be.
Yeah.
Like the powers of OGL.
I don't really know how that's gonna go, to be honest with you. It's either gonna go uphill or downhill for
Right?
WOTC.
I'll tell you so. I don't know.
I'm positive.
I don't trust nobody. I don't trust none of y'all white devils.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Oh there.
Because I am one fucking cold motherfucker right now.
Hello?
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully, this session
sick.
will warm me up a little bit.
I have a space heater pointed right at my junk.
Hopefully this session will warm you up a little bit. Anyways, you guys are on the top of a mountain. It's snowing.
Of
and ice is all
snow and
around you.
ice and cold.
But you also have a fire mage who just blows shit up. I am upset.
Yes, his name is Kamba Lippercourt, and he now has control over fire. Fire will spew forth from his hand.
My game just crashed.
Did
haven't even joined
everybody
yet.
have a chance to read the recap?
Oh yes, indeed.
Okay.
Yes. Don't mind me.
I-
I'm dying over here.
Eyes her.
Okay.
The recount. Data red.
Okay. Oof.
Well,
Look
very
at that
good.
airship. You sent me a link to that, I believe, right?
I believe I did, yeah.
Yeah,
There's
I
a-
made you send me that. There's a lot
Yeah.
now. I haven't looked in a while. I'm sure there are.
Yeah, there's a ton, because I was looking at maybe redoing it, but then this is actually the most accurate version of what's in the book. So I was like, we'll keep it, even if it does look
What's
goofy.
in the box?
What?
I don't know. Fuck around and find out. How about that? Okay.
I'm gonna miss.
Oh,
So-
hey, did you line them up even better for a lightning bolt this time?
Hey, did you realize that group moving is now a thing?
Yes, I did, and I plan to use it
Ah.
often. Before we dive into
Tokens
it,
aren't loading in.
couple of announcements. One being Jade won't be rejoining us, for now at least. So we'll find a narrative way to make that work. And then with that, that does allow for a change in start time for us. So we'll be starting at 7 Eastern if that still works for everybody.
That
That's
sounds
perfectly
a lot
fine.
better. That way we'll be done at like 11 at the latest instead of midnight.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Right,
well,
yeah.
my
think-
goal is to shoot for a hard stop at 9:45. So just shy of a 3-hour session each time we get together. And then we'll kind of play it by ear on how long we can go. But 2 hours and 45 minutes. Combat's probably going to be expedited now, with just 4 players. So hopefully we can keep things moving, and that time frame will feel comfortable for all of us on what we want to get out of this.
Looks like Jade's
Fine.
gonna join the dragon people on this boat.
Well, it makes sense. She did want to be a pirate.
She
This is
did want to be a pirate.
true.
She's a swashbuckler.
That's
Yeah.
true. She certainly was. Okay, cool. Well, without further ado, let's dive into the session. So, I think you guys all read the notes. So you guys come out of the temple of the Allfather, and before you see a dragonborn flanked by a couple of other individuals, all of whom, even the dragonborn, are wearing these masks, these black leather masks that are kind of shaped like a dragon skull. And last you heard them say, they said, "We come bearing gifts."
What gifts do you bear, if you don't mind us asking? We're kind of wary since we've already been attacked at the top of this hill.
Oh, but of course. We, and he kind of gestures to those around him, come on behalf of Klauth, the great dragon of the north. Klauth offers you this vessel and our services as a gift, so that you may cross his vast dominion while avoiding the many perils of the land below. War against the giants is inevitable, but the great dragon commands you forge ahead and face your destinies. The ordering of the giants is broken, and they are not united. If you slay their leaders, you may yet prevail. If you succeed in quelling the giant threat, Klaus the Old Snarl bids you come to his hidden veil, so that you can reward your bravery.
Speak to and speak true, stranger. This Klaus, what are his intentions?
I think his name was Klaus.
His
Klaus.
name is Klaus. His intentions are his own. The giants have never been dear friends of the dragons, and now is not the time for the people to rise up and think of maybe joining these giants.
And if you don't mind me asking, what, pray tell, is the type of this dragon?
You have not heard of Klaus?
Can I roll a history check?
Sure, yeah, you can.
Alright.
Absolutely. It's not a very hard DC.
Alright, that one. Here we go.
Okay.
12.
Yeah, you know who Klaus is. He is one of the most ancient of dragons to fly in the north, and he does have his own dominion, this large valley in the north. Not quite sure where his boundaries end and begin, but many an adventurer, traveler have been slain going to his dominion, and he is a red dragon.
Ignore this.
And did you mean to roll that combo?
No, I said ignore this.
Oh, that's what you said. I was like, just waiting. Okay, cool.
No, sorry, my bad.
No, you're good.
And what assurances do we have that he won't just simply trick us?
Well, he doesn't need to trick you. If he wanted to, he could burn you all to your bones right this moment. You guys can roll insight checks if you want to gauge the truth of this.
I want to roll an insight check.
Yeah, anybody that wants to, feel free.
Now that person knows it.
Oh.
Oof.
Okay.
Wait a second.
Kamba, Callus, you guys get the impression that he's been telling the truth this entire time, including the threat that you could be burnt to a crisp in one fell breath of dragon fire if Cloth so desired it. And knowing this great power, and even you, Flint, despite maybe not believing this dragonborn that's leading them, you would know that Cloth is an ancient red dragon and that his power is immense. And he's been around for a very long time.
I believe he can do it. I just don't believe he's currently right here. No.
Well, yes. Yeah. No, I mean, these guys seem genuine in their offer of their services and the airship. But do with that as you will.
I will approach, at least the side of Kamba. I will look towards the creatures ahead. I will say, so be it, stranger. But know this, we of the Reckless Six are well-intentioned in dealing with this giant threat.
You might want to
And in doing so, to a degree,
The fucking
and in
four.
doing so, with a little bit of gold behind those intentions, we are well-intentioned, and with that, know that should it come to a more peaceful resolution with these giants, know that we are not butchers of innocent or those who would oppose your master. We are not his servants, as you are.
How you achieve this is of no consequence to us or the Great Cloth. We merely need the tenuous balance between the small folk, the giants, and the dragons to remain. And that is what is in peril now.
So be it. Cowles will just nod his head to Kamba, Flint, and DeMarcus, and Jade, and I'll just say, I am prepared to board the vessel. What of you?
Just to be on the cautionary side, I'm going to speak in Draconic and say, just to further solidify our trust, would you mind making a handshake?
Sure.
Alright,
He responds in Draconic.
I'm gonna pull out a knife and cut my hand. I think you can go. You realize where I'm going with this.
I don't, but yeah, sure. He cuts his hand open as well, and he's like, a little barbaric, but okay.
It's an old trait of my village. And I shake his hand.
Okay. Cool. So he shakes your hand. He says, "Please come aboard. I will show you the gift that you have been given."
And they just fly away.
Hey, there's that group movement.
There's that group
Alright,
movement, baby.
Now group move us.
All right.
Yeah,
Oh,
group
oh,
moving
oh.
up. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Somebody's gonna fall off, and my money's on Callus.
It's
Oh.
right on the railing.
Acrobatics indeed.
Wait, where's my
So,
hand?
he's behind the staircase. So you guys come aboard
Who's
the
this guy?
deck of this vessel. That's just one of the other cultists. He was just kind of maintaining the vessel, making sure that it didn't drift away. When you guys get on the deck of this vessel, you see that it is well made, albeit small. Some things stand out to you. First and foremost is the fire elemental that is trapped inside this box, producing all of the hot air that is going into the balloon above you.
I don't like that.
Yeah, so in fact, Flint, as you're walking near it, your lantern kind of gravitates towards this of its own volition. One of the first times it's moved on its own. And you feel yourself kind of pulled towards this fire elemental that's raging against the walls of this confinement with no success. You also notice the deck has some weaponry on it, not all of which is represented here. But there's a large harpoon ballista at the front that has several bolts as well as ropes to tie to the harpoons as you shoot them. And then there's a ballista on each of the port, starboard, and the aft section, kind of giving it 360 degrees of coverage. And then you see the balloon above you is maintaining its inflation by the hot air, and is tied to this gondola, if you will, by ropes. Let me double check.
Not chains?
I know it looks like chains. We'll leave it at chains. Why not? We'll leave it at chains. So yeah, so there you see the vessel kind of at its forefront, and then if you guys want to go below deck, the leader, who introduces themselves as Oriscus, says, "If you come below, I can give you a tour and show you where you can make your accommodation. And if you move that green slider down, you'll be able to see into the inside and get your characters in there pretty easy."
How far down do I?
So there's now a nice little hologram that'll show you the level that it's at, as you bring that green slider down. So probably about towards the middle of the bar is where you're gonna want it.
I don't see the hologram.
I'm gonna look at the. What was the guy's name again?
Oriscus.
Oriscus. Oriscus. You said this ship is now ours, correct?
Yes, it is a gift of Lord Klauth, and me and my crew are the ones that will helm it and operate it for you.
Very well.
Callus immediately goes down to find we'll say free items. Yes, loot, as it were.
Yeah.
Holdings.
So in the holdings, you find some spare ballista bolts. You find enough food for there's actually it's a ton of food. It is enough food and water to feed 10 people for 100 days.
I think you might just not want to actually just pick up your token. I think you might just want to use the arrow keys.
It's combat having a hard time.
No,
I'm just trying to see things.
Yeah, I think DeMarcus disappeared. I thought he went into the room, but now I can't see.
He
Oh
went
God!
Shh. I don't know where I went actually.
You are.
Wait.
You're in the fire room, my dude.
Yeah. Hello, Elemental. Oh.
All right, there you go. Yeah. So, and then as you're going through, Ariscus kind of explains the basics of how this vessel works. Starting with the fact that there is a propeller that will kind of push the vessel where you want to go, and there's an air elemental that actually generates the power to move the propeller at the rear of this, in a very similar sort of setup to the fire elemental. It is trapped within a box that you assume has some magical capabilities. Yeah, and then there's the crew quarters, the storeroom, which again is filled with fresh water and food. It also has casks of dwarven ale and fine elven wine, an additional gift to you guys from Klauth. He lets you know that you guys can travel probably about 8 miles in an hour as the crow flies in this vessel here. So you can make really good time. And unlike traditional air travel with beasts, you don't have to take a break. These elementals, the fire and air, can keep this thing powered indefinitely as long as they are confined. Now, of course, the deck needs to be maintained and not destroyed, and the balloon needs to be able to stay inflated, or else you're in peril. But other than that, this is a very sturdy vessel. Yeah, let me see if there's anything else that you guys would need to know.
I don't know where Kamba is.
Yeah, I don't know where Kamba is either. I'm actually just gonna redrop him in here for you.
Sure.
All right, there you go.
Put him in this hallway where everyone else is.
Okay. Oh my god.
Always getting pretty fucking crowded.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's the realities of being on a boat.
This is very true.
Amba's probably having a hard time turning because of his shell.
All right, Kamba. I think I got you in there now. Let me adjust this.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh,
yeah. So there are 5 of these dragon cultists, and he goes through each of the names with you guys, kind of introducing you to the crew that's going to be operating this. There is Zelphia, which is just a human female, and then there's Perelia, which is a half elven human female. There's Nizroth, which is a human male, and there is one other. There is Brassic, which is this what you would guess is like a lesser oh god, what are they called? Goliath. Like no, he's like a smaller Goliath, but by like standard human proportions, he's still like 6'8". Like he's a big dude.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And that is your crew.
Understood. If it's all right, can we get those names in the chat?
Oh yes. I will drop those in for you. That will make it a lot easier. Okay. And then Ariscus comes to you and he says,
Bye, Calabaster.
"Where would you like to go?"
That's a good question. We've pondered long and hard upon our detours.
Yeah, I remember that basically we needed to get into the maelstrom with the conch and whatever the hell that all was. But I remember, weren't we gonna go to the wizard guy that we knew?
Which one?
To ask him about where we can get the conch. The Harper guy, the Harper dude.
Oh yes. Oh my gosh, why am I forgetting his name?
Cronin?
Yes, Cronin. Thank you.
I said it like 3 times.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So sorry.
Yeah, so just to kind of again give a little recap here. So yes, the advice that was given was to go to the throne of the storm giants, which is the the previous owners of like the top of the hierarchy, because the king is missing, which has allowed for all these other giant leaders to try to rise and snatch power as the ordning has been broken. You also received information about the location of Duke Zalto, the leader of the fire giants, which is at Iron Slag, far to the east. And then you do have your horses that are lower on the mountainside.
Are we gonna be able to store them on here?
You could fit them, not necessarily long term. There really isn't any accommodations for them. They'd have to stay on the top deck, and there's not much railing, so there is some danger to them by bringing them on board.
I think it's part ways with them.
But you guys do have some of your like additional equipment and such on them, which you can leave behind if you want to. I'm just saying that's one of the things that you may have forgotten that I don't want you to.
We could always have Jade and Bob take our horses back to town, and we could always meet them there later.
Oh,
That's a
That's
good idea.
true. Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
absolutely.
Jade and Bob are certainly happy to do that. Jade's a little sad that she can't become a pirate, but she accepts her fate. Yeah, so they'll take care of the horses. We'll say that if you guys want, just for expediency's sake, we can say that you guys lower the airship down, which is unnamed, by the way. Feel free to name it if you guys want to.
God.
And go and get like your extra supplies off of there. So anything that you guys have in your inventory that would have been large, like the casks of pipeweed and whatnot, feel free to go ahead and keep that on your character sheets.
All right.
The Felonious Four.
The yes. Not bad. I was thinking
Felonia?
for the ship. Do we make
Felonious.
it a giant or dragon related pun?
I would say it's better than mine. I was just going to call it the Expedient.
I like the expedient.
Excelsior.
Excelsior.
The Expedient. You really don't care.
Oh, you guys don't have to name it now. You guys can workshop it together later.
For expediency's sake.
Mhm.
Well played.
Nonetheless, as you're saying.
Oh no! I was just gonna ask what you guys wanted to do.
I think right now the best course of action would be, of course, to drop our friends off, make sure they get the horses, we get our supplies, and then we, of course, visit Cronin. I'm sorry. And then with that, we'll hopefully be able to get more information on the whereabouts and possibly the difficulty of obtaining this conch, which may lead us to the answers or the individual we seek.
It might also be a good idea for us to acquire more wealth so we can actually acquire better weaponry.
We did, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, how much money did we get here? I keep track. That's pretty good. Sure. Yeah.
How much money did you get? Oh, I don't remember. I
The
rely
total
on you guys
amount
to
of
keep
party,
track of that.
the party gold that we have is 5,849 GP. That's party gold. I don't know how much each individually we have.
Yeah, I mean, I know I keep track of my own, but only when we like specifically specify that we're splitting stuff up. Everything else is in the party loot. So what is it? You said we have 5,000 party loot.
5,000, and we'll basically just round it up to 6,000.
Sure. That's cool. I mean, we can leave it in there for now, I'd say. Unless we need shit, there's no reason to split it up.
But here's the question. Here's the real question. Gotta find out. I mean, how much is this technology worth?
I don't understand any of that.
Yeah, that was all.
Yeah,
God damn it.
you're pretty garbled.
He's chewing on his lettuce again, or his cabbage. Swallow, combo, swallow.
Is that any better?
I think so.
Any better now? No, I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know
It
what the
sounds-
hell's the
sounds
difference
good.
is.
Yeah.
How much? I mean, we can just sell this here airship. Don't really need it. Got kind of fast travel methods. Our own.
True, but we also don't have every area that we could just go to. Like, for example, the lands that we need to travel. We'd have to travel on foot and go through many of dangers instead of just flying over it.
Listen here, Mister Elemental Man. How difficult would it be to recreate one of these? I mean, we got 5,000 gold. We could probably build something
It
similar.
costs is around 20,000.
Yeah, and you would have to find the means to trap a fire elemental and an air elemental.
Which I am against.
I look at
It's
Flint.
gotta,
I mean,
Yeah, how are you against? How exactly are you against trapping a fire elemental, Mister? I carry a fire elemental trapped in my lantern all the time.
She's not trapped and she can leave any time.
That's what they all say.
Just to give you guys a reminder of your teleportation circle locations, there is Everland, which is where you would find Crowan, the mage. There is Loudwater, Mirabar, Neverwinter, Waterdeep, and Yartar, which is really just along the Sword Coast. Anything east and too far north, there isn't really.
How do we go about putting a teleportation circle on the ship?
I know the answer to this, and I'm saying this in character. Would you like me to roll Arcana just to be fair?
Sure, yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna use sorcery point. Worse. Goddamn.
Okay, well, I'll answer that question a little vaguely, which is one, you would need the means by which to cast the spell, and two, it's a moving object, which means it's not going to work. It's got to be stationary.
Oh god, where'd I go? The gun.
You're on top of the harpoon gun.
The gun took me. Oh, perfect. I see me now.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, I believe speaking with Cronin will be our first step in all this, and when it comes to the selling of loot or possibly other items, we can certainly discuss it once we're in the midst of civilization. Though I believe, to be cautious, we should land a ways away from the city, maybe to not draw attention.
Good call. In the second edition Spelljammer War Captain's Companion, there's a table that is you roll on a 1d10, and there are different reactions that civilizations take when you land at them. And like I think if you roll a 10, they throw down their weapons and tools and like things that they're using throughout the day, and they start worshiping you as gods. Like it's a flying magic ship has just come in that looks like a fish that's soaring through the air with like 80 dudes on it. You know what I mean? Like they start worshiping you.
That's
And
not very hard to achieve. I mean,
oh no, it's hilarious. Like Spelljammer makes no sense, dude. Every rule is broken. Every rule is counter. It's fucking hilarious, and it's so much fun. A helm. So like the point of the game is like, oh, you're fighting other ships in space, right? That ship that you're fighting, if you fight one, it's worth like 125,000 gold. Go back to Faerun and buy a castle and retire. Like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? And it's just so ridiculous. It's so much fun. Anyways, continue. I'm sorry for derailing this.
No. You're okay. You're okay. So the goal is to fly down to Everland. Is that right?
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Sounds good. Let me pull up the map to see about where.
I do have some RP I would like to do.
While you're doing that, Kamba comes in. Now, here's my thoughts on the whole dragons. You ever find out what happens if you hunt a predator down to extinction? You know,
Extinction.
Can't
not so
say.
much extinction, but if we knock out too many of these here giants, that's only a positive thing for these here dragon people. That's, I imagine, why he's doing this. I wouldn't be surprised if he's got a few more tricks up his sleeve. I don't think this thing comes without any ropes attached to it. Then he jiggles a chain in the corner here, or chains.
I don't doubt it. I definitely don't. But that's only if we kill all of them, or at least draw them to near extinction. I'm pretty sure they would have means of escape or plans to repopulate and stuff.
If we were to knock out the leader of the fire giants, not and fail in our mission to get the leader back in charge that we want to get in charge, we were to kill and mess up the plans of another group of giants, who's to say that this here dragon ain't just gonna sweep in, take everything over? You decimate one population, you do some bad things, you set them off their course, you disrupt this balance that these people are talking about here. You understand that, right? This balance and peace that comes at a hefty. You got to balance things out.
So what
It
you're
ain't gonna work.
saying is we have to take
So,
out the giants and the dragons.
Exactly.
can I roll history an Arcana check
Sure.
for the dragons just to see what would happen,
What do you mean?
or would that be a history check?
What would
I don't
happen
know
with
what you're
what?
trying to achieve. You what?
I'll message you. Hold on.
Okay.
Sorry. Keep going.
No, you're okay. So, where would you
Just-
guys like to go?
Yes.
So you want me to like point to it on a map? Is that what you want me to do?
No, I want to make sure that you guys are in agreement. Is it Everland?
Oh yeah, no,
Yes, indeed.
Everland. That's fine.
Okay.
Yes.
That is 2 days of travel by air, as in a full 48 hours, assuming you have nothing but good weather to take you there. So, yeah, if you guys are ready to set
I
out,
suppose we could just go to Mirabar or Xantharl's Keep and then teleport there. But I don't want to leave this thing behind.
So we have no more random encounters, just random weather.
Right. Sure.
yeah, well, I mean, yeah, pretty much. There's a weather table.
Anyways, sorry, go
I
ahead.
believe the best course of action would just be to go there directly. I believe time would be, or is against us for the time being. And
Let's do it.
Okay, wonderful. So you watch as the crew takes their stations. Mostly it's just Ariscus steering the vessel. Otherwise, it's not like a normal ship at sea with ropes and sails that you have to direct, because this is powered by elementals. It flies smooth at this higher elevation. And I'm going to transition us to a different map.
I did say I want to have some RP stuff on the way.
Oh,
Go
okay.
for it, dude.
Yeah.
I'm going to, before we take off, I'm going to ask Calabaster if he would like to play some Dragon Chest later to pass the time.
sounds more than appropriate.
And DeMarcus, would you like to join us? I might have an idea that you might like.
Oh, of course, something to pass the time.
Alright, I'm gonna go down. Well, we're just gonna go down.
Okay.
No. My stomach's not feeling well. It's gonna be tough. I'm going to. Do they have a dragon chess board on here? I imagine they do. I mean, they're a dragon cult.
Yeah.
I actually literally think I have one in my inventory, but either way.
Okay, that's fine then. So, Calabaster,
Hmm.
I'm curious about some things. You mentioned you have a family, right?
Yes, indeed.
How come you left to be an adventurer?
Mostly through the need of certainty and to make a name. a legacy for myself. Family's good and all, but if you can't afford to feed them, it certainly causes issues.
Agreeable. So you have a son or a daughter?
The son.
Does he take after you?
That remains to be seen for the time being. But for now, I'll say yes.
And if I'm not wrong, you are a merchant, correct?
On occasion.
Then would you be able to tell me a few things about patents?
They are a rare form of, I will say, legal, I won't say counsel, but the word escapes me. But I'll say legal arm, which can allow one to lay claim to or hold to ideas. I believe it's not practiced everywhere, but in certain cities, like the one of Trading Hands, or I believe Neverwinter and Baldur's Gate alike, such things are not uncommon.
Alright. Because I have a few ideas. I've noticed that when we get into fights, it's sometimes hard for you to heal in case if someone's really far out of your range. So I was thinking maybe we could brainstorm with DeMarcus's help and coming up with an idea. And if it's money worthy, then we can give it to DeMarcus to patent.
So you're saying something along the lines of a crossbow that fires healing bolts?
Something adjacent, sure.
Such a thing would not be outside the realm of possibility, though I suppose it would depend on who and what we're able to get through any form of legal counsel, either inside the city, and if it will be recognized outside of that city.
Sorry, I was paying attention, but I just had to make sure find my character.
No worries.
I don't think it. Oh, who dropped?
I think Kamba.
It was Combo. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Oh, Combo. Welcome, welcome. So are you taking the bottom bunk or the top bunk?
What? You talking to me?
Yeah.
What did you, I'm sorry. Repeat what happened?
I asked, are you taking the top bunk or the bottom bunk?
Man, I'm still on the deck. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I was making it. Okay. I wasn't sure if you followed us or not. I could have sworn I heard you say that.
No.
All right, that's all I wanted to do.
Hey, get the fuck out of here.
And then I
Sorry.
checkmate.
My cat was eating.
We'll see about that. Hold on. Wait.
And Combat takes a bottom bunk, obviously.
Oh, he's a bottom bunk kind of guy, huh?
Well, I mean, he's got it. It doesn't matter to him ultimately, but it does matter because he doesn't want to like break through a bed.
That's fair. That's fair.
What's with the...
Oh, I gotta plug in my headset.
No, I'll have you all know now, I like to sleep in the nude.
You guys have been traveling together forever. You just now sleeping in the nude?
No,
That's
I've known the whole time.
That's fine, because I do too, says Kaba as he detaches his shell from his body.
In the most
No,
horrific display.
He only
It's
sleeps.
grotesque.
He only sleeps in the nude whenever he knows he's not in a tent.
It's grotesque. Truly grotesque.
This is pure turtle muscle and just sinew.
Sinew and yes, flesh. There's a gross suctioning sound.
I'm gonna go sleep in the fire.
Yeah, right. That's what it makes you want to do.
All right. Well, you guys. So I take it you're all going to bed, and letting the crew steer you guys.
Sure, why not?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, as we're all laying, they cut to us laying like in the dark. Conva's like, you think somebody should like maybe stay awake to see if they're going the right way, or they're not just like leading us into some kind of trap?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, Master Comba. I was
I don't-
hoping to inquire Flint on that.
I don't mind staying up.
Well,
Oh yeah, you don't need to sleep, do you?
I need to sleep. What are you talking about?
Oh, I thought. Oh yeah, you were Janowski.
Yeah, only elves.
Oh, nobody here's an elf.
Sure. What are
Who?
the crewmates?
That doesn't help us.
They're a half elf.
Don't
Indeed.
do
One of
that.
them halfers.
Well, I'm a heifer.
Hey,
Yeah,
Sorry,
but
Callus is a half elf.
Callus half elven.
But
Comba's from a different time when it was okay to say things like when Wizards of the Coast was still producing books that said things like that.
Yeah.
Well, as long as there's no orcs.
What do you mean?
I won't feel
Literally,
offended,
you say that as if they don't anymore. We all saw this. We all saw the spell jam.
The Hadozi.
We all
the
saw the
Hadozi.
Hadozi.
The Hadozi.
That was pretty rad. All right. I'm sorry for interrupting.
I was just going to say that just for a couple of hours at most. I'm not sure how long the spell lasts, but Flint, in order to keep them honest, I should say, instead of, having you on deck and watching them, perhaps you could use your clairvoyance before you go to sleep just to, one, recuperate your spells afterwards, but still keep an eye on them. At least listen to them as they walk about the deck.
That's not a bad idea. I would definitely do that. But I still might go up to the top of the deck. Just
Fair
to make
enough.
sure. I mean, the spell is very taxing.
Mm.
And I haven't been feeling well since we left. And I think it's the altitude.
Okay. So, sounds like Flint's taking first watch.
And Comba ditched us again.
He'll be back, I'm sure. There we go. Okay, so if the rest of you guys are bedding down, you guys go below decks where you want to and grab whatever bunk you want. The rest of the crew is still pretty fresh, so they're going to travel. And this has already been like a solid 3 hours of you guys being in the sky when the night sky starts to take over. And you guys are getting tired, so let me adjust the sky for us real quick.
The puckered pickle. I'm just trying to think of stupid names for this ship. Just the worst names I can think of.
I think the Serpent's Tooth is a good name, since it has a fucking harpoon at the front of the hem. Prowl.
The serpent sphincter, huh?
I said tooth, but if you want to imagine it has a cloaca, sure.
The serpent's sphincter.
Wait, serpents don't have cloaca. Isn't that birds?
Serpents have cloacas.
I thought it was
Snakes
only,
do.
I thought it was only birds. I don't know.
No, no
I don't know. I don't know enough about animal asshole.
Jesus Christ.
One time I saw one of them serpent folk there, them there nagas. Not a good time. Not a good time. Saw one from a distance, ran, but not a good time seeing it.
That reminds me of the time I almost made love to a abomination, I believe.
Excuse me?
Huh?
Almost. Why'd you stop?
It was a long time ago. I was a different man, and ale had a effect on me.
Did you also have different tastes as well?
Indeed, those snake things, they know what they're doing. That's for sure.
They know how to wriggle and writhe and all.
Callus and Takamba slaps Callus on the shoulder. We are just two sailors on this ever-changing, infinite ocean of love and sexuality, my friend.
Certainly. Most certainly.
Okay, as you guys go to bed, Flint, can I get a perception check from you as you are taking first
Sure.
watch?
Oh dear God.
Fuck. I'm not gonna lie, it's getting kind of hard to actually just stay up. Not because I'm tired, but because I don't feel well. I'm gonna
Hey, man,
power
if you-
fucking through it. No, fuck you.
gotta drop
Fuck
off.
you.
Okay, 17.
Yeah.
Flint falls off the ship.
Oh no. So Flint, you get towards the end of your watch, and the night sky has truly settled in, but it's uncharacteristically bright this high in the sky as you soar above the clouds. And your vision is you have dark vision, right?
60 feet.
Okay. Well, you don't need it. So it's one of those few times where you can see through the night sky quite clearly as the stars above light your way. And you see off in the distance an interesting figure. You see off of the... Oh, God, I don't know my ships at all to know which side is port.
Port
which
is
side
left.
Starboard.
Because it has
Okay.
4 letters.
Because it has
Fuck
4
you, babe.
letters. Hey.
Oh, that's good to know. Thank you, guys. Okay, so to your starboard side, you see something in the distance, and as you try to focus on it, there is a crackle of lightning across this figure, and it lights up just enough for you to see a storm giant wielding a trident, riding a rock, a large bird creature. And he seems to be.
Actually, I thought it was just a fucking rock.
No.
Is this
ROC.
motherfucker Magneto?
No, ROC.
Fucking SpongeBob.
And as he's flying, he seems to be peering down below him as if he is hunting for something. And he's about a quarter of a mile away from the vessel, and nobody else seems to have noticed him.
I'm immediately going to quietly and quickly go to the captain. Oh wait, who's on deck right now?
All of the crew is on deck. So Ariscus, all of them are where you see them on the table.
Also, are we referring to this guy as captain? I feel like we're 4 captains. All 4 of us are captains. And like these people are our, I don't want to say slaves, but like...
I'm not a captain.
They're your crew.
Okay, well, Kamba is the captain then. Kamba stands up and puts on a hat and says, "I'm the captain."
Does it have a giant feather? It needs to have a giant feather.
No, we don't have a giant feather right now. We'll get one when we can.
We will harpoon a giant bird and get a giant feather.
Anyways, I'm sorry. Continue. I'm sorry, Flynn. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're fine. Do I see? Fuck, is his name? How do you say his name?
Ariscus?
Ariscus?
Yeah, the Dragonborn.
Yeah, he's at the helm. He's the one steering right now.
I'm going to approach him and very quietly put my finger against my lip, look him dead in the eye, and then point off into the distance.
Okay. Ariscus looks. He's going to make a perception check.
If he doesn't see it, then I'm going to fuck me.
He got a 10. He can barely make out a figure out there, and he says, "What do you see? Do I need to wake the crew?"
Is there any way you can steer away from it? Take a longer detour?
Yes, I can. And he is going to.
Oh.
Yes.
Have I ever seen DeMarcus like use or change the weather?
DeMarcus, have you ever changed the weather?
I can't change it. I can control the weather directly around me, keep rain from falling in certain areas, and change the direction of winds. But I can't.
Right.
I at least not yet. Can't change the weather. I'm sure that's coming.
All right, then can you change the directions of the wind below us to blow the smoke up to the side of us so we're not visible?
If there's a natural occurring wind, I can change its direction. So yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go down and wake up DeMarcus and put my hand over his mouth.
I also have the wind fan.
That's
right.
true.
I also get
Oh.
combo up here as well.
Okay.
I might as well just get everyone up here. Fuck it.
So.
No, Alice stays asleep.
I actually don't go near him. I just poke him with the stick a little bit.
I got a question for you. That you say there's a storm giant out there. Weren't we trying to
get to the storm giants to talk to them?
Would you like to fight a storm giant in this condition?
No, 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 no. But I mean, we're taking a chance that he's going to be against us, but we're also taking a chance that he might be a dude trying to help us out, trying to look for where the Storm King went. Maybe he's a good guy. Aren't we? I mean, like once we get to the Maelstrom.
Question.
Okay.
How far does phantasmal terrain go? I think DeMarcus has it.
Phantasmal terrain.
Phantasmal force.
That's it. That's what it is.
Good question. Let me look. I haven't used that in a while. I forgot about that one.
It won't be in your range. This guy's a quarter of a mile away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's.
I'm not saying we should approach
60
this one.
feet for future reference.
I'm not saying we should approach this one, but I'm just saying it's something to consider.
So you're saying as we go towards this one, and when I get within 60 feet of it, I make our ship appear to be cloth.
No, just.
I feel like that's a bad idea.
No. What's the dragon's name?
Yeah.
Klaus. Yeah. That could be fun. All right, so you guys get on the deck, and Flint points this out to you. And as you guys are conversing and trying to figure out what to do, you watch as lightning kind of crackles along this storm giant's body again, and now you guys can all see him quite vividly. And Ariscus starts to like ever so slightly tremble in fear because this is the peak of giant capability is in the storm giants. And you watch as the electricity kind of flows through his body down into his rock, going out to the tips of its wings, where it creates a lightning bolt of contrails as it just zips away, just increasing its speed exponentially.
He is like going around him, right? He's not like just driving straight towards him, right?
Huh?
No,
Oh
this
yeah,
guy
no,
was off
he.
to our right.
Yeah, he redirected you guys, so he went to the port side, heading east. So, and I rolled for it, so it's going to add about 4 hours to the overall journey as you went and waked the crew, and you guys caught a tailwind to carry you on. And you just see that in the distance as he zips away at supersonic speed.
Flint's gonna hurl.
Okay. Do you make it to the railing to hurl over the deck, or are you gonna?
Do you want to do a deck saving throw?
Not really.
Okay.
I see him start to throw up, and I vortex warp him onto the railing.
Nice.
I refuse.
Okay, well now you have to make a saving throw.
I immediately just walk over.
Okay. Ariscus looks at you and he says, "It gets easier."
I sure hope. I'm not used to being at this altitude. It feels like my head is swimming.
Okay.
Marcus
So-
immediately goes straight back to sleep.
So, your watch is coming to a close after your 2 hours of watching. You guys covered about 16 miles, give or take, but you added some by kind of losing the airflow that you were following, that tailwind that was pushing you guys. And he's continuing to really keep his distance from where you guys saw that storm giant. So it added 4 hours to the journey. Who would like next watch?
I would like to. I would also like to talk to fire elemental just real quick.
You want to talk to the fire elemental?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have
Yes.
the means to do so?
Yes, I have primordial. Every Genasi has primordial.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. What do you want to say?
I say, are you awake?
As you approach him and ask him this, additional cinders and smoke and ash spouts out of it very quickly, and you just hear this ghostly, awful voice, almost as if it's in your mind, hissing, and it says, "Release me."
Only if you answer a few of my questions. We have a long journey, so we might as well try and get to know each other.
Release me.
What do you know of the Enfriti?
Release me.
He sighs and just says, maybe I'll try again later.
Release me.
Alright, I'm gonna close the door and just walk back down and wake up Calabaster.
You would have had to talk through the door. The door is magically sealed.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. Then I don't close the door. I didn't know it was magically sealed.
Okay. So, who's taking the next watch?
Calabaster, I'm gonna poke him right in the butt.
Your naked ass gets poked.
I don't want to play the Hydra this time. Look at the
Calabaster.
Beholder. Huh?
Calabaster,
Huh?
wake
Oh.
up.
I didn't do it.
That's fine, but it's time to switch. I'll stay up
Oh.
another hour. I'll stay up another hour if you want to get some sleep. If you want me to use clairvoyance.
If so, then yes. For that hour, I would like to observe you, Master Flint. Possibly observe the interactions of, I was called him Orsak. Excuse me. Of Oriscus and his interactions with the crew. Who does he trust, possibly, and who does he refer to? He seems to be the leader of these servants of, almost called him Klaus again, of Clouth.
Of clout.
Clout.
It's Clouth.
It's all
Nice.
about. It's always about the clout.
How dare you gaslight me?
But yes, if you don't mind, I'll sit down on my bed. Which would you prefer me to do first, hearing or sight?
Hearing for the time being.
Here's a genuine
Actually,
mechanics
wait.
question.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Does that thing? Real quick, would I know if we're in something moving? Does that fucking stay in the point?
That's exactly what I was gonna ask because it's
Oh.
you set it to a point. If that point moves away from it, what happens?
Great question. Thanks for making me look this up.
You're welcome. We're here to learn, you know.
We are here to
It's
learn.
an
aren't
educational
we?
experience.
You create an invisible sensor within range in a location familiar to you, or in an obvious location that is unfamiliar. The sensor remains in place for the duration, and it cannot be attacked or otherwise interacted with.
It remains in place. But if he were to say on the deck of the ship, just immediately floats off behind us.
No, I mean I don't see why you couldn't tie it to the vessel itself. It is a place in a vague way. I'm
Okay.
fine with it. I don't really care.
Okay, I'm gonna do it on the right where the helm is.
Okay.
I'm gonna do
Cool.
hearing first.
All right. And this lasts for
1
how
hour.
long? 1 hour. Okay. Well, it takes 10 minutes to cast.
Correct.
Okay. All right. So you put it up there, and you want to do hearing.
Yes.
Cool.
And I can switch it between sight and hearing as a bonus action. So, since we're not
Uh,
in combat, you just switch it if you're
Sure. Yeah. And it says an action. You can switch it, but
Oh,
yeah,
it's an
you
action? Oh, I thought it was bonus
you
action.
just hear the occasional clink of levers being moved.
Ooh. Are we still going to our usual time tonight?
We have another hour.
Okay, just making sure. All right, and I don't hear anything else. They don't talk. They're just
No,
quiet.
no, they're a quiet, solemn group, and
Okay.
it's not like a vessel where orders need to be called out. It's mainly these guys are kind of looking about, maybe doing some basic work, but it doesn't need to be operated much other than just moving a lever back and forth.
All right. I mean, I didn't know if they were gonna bullshit. They seem like friends.
Hmm.
Tell Calabaster. Quiet. They're not saying anything. Makes sense. I mean, we just saw a storm giant. Would you really want to talk during this night?
Possibly. But they are, for lack of a better term, devotees or at worst, cultists. At least in my mind, anyway.
I agree.
If they,
But
as
sooner
you're
or
saying.
later, I agree. They are cultists and they are devotees. But if we want to get where we are, we're going to have to trust them.
Even so, I would like to learn more about them as Callus gets up off the bed before we find ourselves with knives or spells that are back when we upset or possibly do not meet the expectations of this Clouth.
Very well. I'm going to go to bed. Also,
Okay.
make sure you put on your underwear.
Never.
Okay, so Callus, you take the deck. Go ahead and give me your perception check as you're keeping watch.
All right.
So we're ending at 10 today?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just make sure.
Okay, dirty 20. All right. So, Callus, you are on the deck, listening, watching. You do hear the crew occasionally interact with each other, and based off of those interactions, you get the impression that they are all of like equal rank, including Ariscus. Nobody's necessarily the leader here, is the general impression that you get, as they just give little updates on work they've done. In fact, Ariscus actually leaves the helm and starts tying off some supplies that sit on the deck, and somebody else takes a turn at the helm. So, but as you're watching, something catches your eye, something that is against the moon. As you're kind of coursing through, it silhouettes itself in the moonlight. A large winged creature.
I believe that this. Oh, as you're saying.
I was gonna say it's too distant and too dark to really make out the features of this creature. You're kind of just getting a silhouette against the moonlight.
I believe at this juncture I would kind of go around and alert the crew to my sightings and calmly ask the helmsman to see if they could possibly lower the flame and in turn lower the ship into the sea of clouds, if only temporarily. But just high. No. That's impossible to balloon. No. Different type of airship.
Well, no, that's true. You can. It's just gonna require some fine tuning, which I'm gonna have the crew member do a check for, essentially, because your goal is to get it to like sink into the clouds and just remain in the clouds.
Essentially.
Okay. Yeah, if that's your goal, that is achievable. Essentially, they would just have to let some of the hot air out, which there are like pulleys to open flaps to allow that to happen, and then he's just gonna have to hit it just enough and kind of like keep the height or the altitude at the place that you want it. So Nizroth is the one at the helm. So if that's how you order him, that is what he will do.
Yes, I'm gonna avoid any, I should say, encounters in the night, especially in the air.
Sure. Okay. He starts maneuvering the vessel, and he just puts it right on top of the cloud, to the point where the light that is being cast by your vessel is now pretty obviously reflecting off of the cloud, and it actually makes it a little more visible. than you were just kind of against the night sky.
Unfortunate, but we will adapt. I think I'll go to Eriscus or one of the others, or possibly Nizaroth, and ask if they have a form of telescope or vision enhancing device. There we go.
I'm sorry, Master. I do not have any such thing. None of us do, actually.
Any form of spells, possibly offering clairvoyance?
Spells are not my forte. Eriscus. And Eriscus turns and he says, "That is outside of my capabilities." And Callus, you've lost sight of this creature.
We must be on guard then. I will go alert my party members and wake them up and alert them to the creature that was seemingly spotted and that it might know of our presence in the skies.
Okay. So, Callus, as you're making your way to the gosh, what do you call it? It's just the lower deck, we'll call it. As you're making your way towards the lower deck, you see just ever so faintly these protrusions come through the cloud in this like sinuous line and then go back down right next to the starboard side of the vessel.
No, Callus is going to do that. No, I think Callus would start running at this point and just start yelling all hands on deck and start banging on the doors.
Okay. Cool. Everybody, you hear Callus shouting for all hands on deck. Callus, you see the crew immediately jumps into action, each of them coming over to one of the ballista, and they immediately begin loading bolts and bringing the drawstrings back.
You could be nothing, but better to be safe than sorry.
I misty step onto the deck. Straight out of bed.
Well, don't you need line of sight?
I don't know if you do for misty step.
You
Actually.
do.
I think you do.
Well,
Yeah.
fucking never mind. I need to get the mention. I need to get the mention door.
Yeah, you do. Okay.
Almost
So,
suction cups his shell back on
okay.
in a horrifying sound.
Grody. I don't like that. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you guys all come onto the deck as these cultists are loading the weapons, and Eriscus says, "Any of you who can't fight at range, I suggest you man the ballistas. My crew can load for you." So essentially, mechanically, how that would work is, and I'm going to fudge this rule a little bit because I hate that it's 3 actions to shoot a ballista. But essentially, as long as you have one of these cultists loading for you, you can expend your movement speed and your action to fire it. You have a +5 to hit, and it does 3d10 damage. Maybe plus a little bit, actually. Let me double check that. No, it's just 3d10 damage. And it's a +6 to hit. My apologies. 120 feet of range. So does anybody rush towards the ballistas?
I will not. I will take out my longbow and I'll simply put my emboldening bond on the individuals on the ballistas.
Okay. So does anybody want to mount a ballista?
Yeah, sure. I guess I will. Unless, I mean, we can fly. What if I was flying around? Do you think? Nah, I mean, probably not.
Can we
Not
fly?
a good idea?
Can we fly at the same speed as the ship?
The ship travels at 8 miles per hour.
I do 60 feet per 6 seconds.
10 feet per second.
Well, sure, but
Well, 1 mile is about 5,500 miles. I mean, 505. 500. I mean,
It's a
5,500
lot of
feet.
feet. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't
Oh
think I don't
no,
think
you
so at
would.
all.
Yeah,
Either
you would
way,
get left
if I ended
behind.
up getting hit and losing concentration, you'd be going for a fall.
Yeah, combo mounts ballista.
Okay, go ahead and position yourself on whichever ballista you'd like to operate. There's the harpoon gun at the bow. There is the ballistas at the port, starboard, and aft.
You told me that it had a 360 when we first jumped on this thing, right? This harpoon gun in the front.
No, but it has. We'll say typically it's only 90 degrees, but we'll say 180.
All right,
All right.
sure.
Okay.
This here beware combo B.
We're
Who's
gonna,
this next to me here?
we're gonna get you that big feather combo.
Away with you.
Okay.
Away with you.
As you guys are all scrambling to get into position, Kamba, you would you like to have the rope tied to the harpoon?
Who's flying this vessel?
Right now, Nizroth is flying. Brassic is the one that is assisting you with the harpoon gun, and he's about to load the harpoon in, and he asks, "Do you want it?" And he's holding the rope in the other hand.
Yeah, we might as well. Might as well.
We can always
And
cut it.
we can always cut it, but just remember, I mean, we can always control where this thing's moving. Maybe with this, you know, we just start jerking around. This thing's gonna get fucked up a little bit. Hopefully, you know.
If it's stronger than us, that might be us instead.
That's,
Combat.
that's where
Your-
cutting it comes in.
Combat, as you're talking to the crew and trying to gauge what you want to do, Brassic immediately starts tying off the harpoon and he begins loading it. As that's happening, Callus and Flint, you see behind Kamba as he's turned to talk to you, these spiky protrusions once again coming out of the clouds themselves and forming into this serpent-like neck and this vicious-looking maw as it opens and it unleashes a cloud of poison as this green dragon appears at the front of your vessel with its claws on the banister of the vessel, and it breathes out this cone, this 30-foot cone, and we're gonna see how many people that gets.
All right.
Oh, I made a good choice.
Combo's not standing there though. Move this friggin' NPC right here over square. He's supposed to be right on the back of this thing.
Yeah, Kamba. I mean, so you would be at the back of that the gun. That's where the controls to fire it are. He's on the side.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
operating,
just
right?
zoomed in. I guess that there wasn't this. It looks like there's more space in between when you're zoomed out. I'm sorry.
No,
Fair
you're-
enough.
Okay, so then in that case, oh man, I just lost my thing. Let me redo it.
Ah, good.
Okay, so 45-degree angle. Okay, actually, it's just Flint, Kamba, and Callus. So I will have you guys make a. Oh god. Let me see here. It's a Constitution saving throw if memory serves right. Yes, Constitution saving throw, please.
All right.
This is plus an additional 2. Or no, sorry, plus an additional 1. Because I have that
Oh.
weird luckstone thing. I haven't been adding it.
Oh,
With the
Hey.
Oh, my apologies. With the emboldening bond, I was going to put it on the ballista people,
Okay.
and so I think Kamba and whoever else is on the ballistas would get Kamba would get a D4,
Alright.
but that's the only one.
I fail it.
All right. So can I get your guys' results, please?
I got a 7.
18.
Okay. So Kamba and our
26, I think.
dear friend Callus, you guys pass. The your guys' sorcerer, he does not pass. So Flint, you'll take the full amount. Gentlemen,
Which
you'll
is?
take half of this. So Flint, you take 46 points of poison damage as this poison cloud just escapes from his mouth and just
I'm almost
slams into you guys. And then you guys take 23 points of poison damage as this sweeps over you. And immediately, this dragon falls below the clouds again, and you guys lose sight of him. I need everybody to roll initiative for me, please.
And now they save initiatives on Tailspire.
Oh, I never used Tailspire's initiative anyway.
I know.
18.
Nice.
15.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it through this combat.
Hey, if you gotta drop off, that's fine.
Oh, but I don't want to leave you guys down, a guy.
It's okay, I can play Flint.
Throw fireballs at everything.
Fireball.
Exactly.
How much damage again?
46. And then, if you don't mind rolling initiative for me,
Yeah.
please.
Sorry.
No, you're all right. Listen, man, you can tap out. That's fine.
All right.
I got your character sheet pulled up.
15. If you can, just try and have Flint stay near the door, right behind the
Sure.
like, yeah.
Yeah, no problem. All right. So, cool.
All right, I'm a dip, night guys.
All right. Feel
Yeah.
better, my guy. Kamba, you'll be starting us off as you're operating this weapon. You have no idea where the dragon is unless you want to use your action to search through the clouds and try to find him. Or you can ready an action. Or anything, really.
Yeah. It's what are you guys gonna be doing? You guys gonna be casting your spells and doing your things there?
Pretty much.
All right. Assuming that they're going to be doing their strange buff spells and things that he doesn't really understand, Kamba is going to ready an action to shoot the first thing that he sees.
Whoa, hold on. The
First thing he sees.
Too late.
Well, the first thing he sees in that 180-degree arc. Am I right?
Yeah. Here, I will give you your arc. It goes
Oh,
out
yeah.
really far, but hopefully the
Whoa.
180.
God damn.
And it obviously will go out way further.
How
than that.
far are we right now from Everland?
How
What
far
are
are
we
you from
flying
Everland?
over? Do we know approximately?
Based off of if you did some quick math in your head, you would
Quick
And-
math.
you would assume that you just got out of the spine of the world and you're probably about to cross the Mirabar River, entering into the Lurkwood.
So basically, right at the base of the mountain range where it meets the
Pretty
woods
much.
there. Cool.
Yes. Okay. So, Kamba, you ready your action. That's going to bring us to Callus. You are up.
All right. For now, until I see the creature, we're just gonna focus on healing and consistency. So, Beacon of Hope as an action.
Okay.
Boom, boom, boom. Max number of healing for everybody within 30 feet. Oh, choose any number of creatures. Okay, so never mind. So everybody gets max healing as long as I maintain concentration.
Okay.
I think for now I'm just going to move to
And what's the radius on that?
30.
Cool.
But it's I choose number of
Ye-
creatures within that 30
Yeah.
feet.
So yeah, you can easily get everybody on the ship.
Understood. And then bonus action, can't cast another spell. Let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. Actually, let me double check. Because all these are. Boom. No, I think that's going to be it for me. Yeah, no channel divinity. Yep, I'm just going to move to the top of the deck, cast Beacon of Hope, and then
Okay.
I'm just going to wait.
Okay, sounds good. That's going to bring us to Flint. Flint is going to move back to the lower deck. He's going to take cover as best he can here and still be able to see out a little bit. And then, let me see, I think he's probably got a healing potion, which he'll chug. Let's see if he keeps... he does.
If I ducked out of a thing and you used my consumables, I would be so pissed.
Well, he can yell at me if he wants to. He actually doesn't have a healing
Use
potion.
all of the.
He has.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like
He comes
He
back
has
on. He's like,
zero
by the
on
way,
his
your
person.
staff went over the side of the ship. You are naked now.
I am a kind and benevolent GM. But actually, according to his character sheet, he does not have any healing potions in his inventory. He has a whopping 0. So he will instead ready in action to cast a spell, which he did clairvoyance, so I gotta mark that off. But he will cast... You know what? He'll cast Melf's Minute Meteors. And you watch as these meteors start floating around him. 6 of these like fiery balls of stone start revolving around him. And he is going to wait with that. So he's got concentration going right now. All right, DeMarcus, you are up.
Okay. Okay. God, this might be really dumb. I gotta look at something. I'm looking at a few options here. Okay. I don't know which one I want to go with. I have choices here. Oh God, I can't cast 2 spells. Obviously. In that case, oh God, where is my second level? Where's Misty Step? It's 20 feet, 30 feet, 30 feet. Okay. I run down, scream, "I got this!" In the oh shit!
And immediately die.
Featherfall. No. Well, that's kind of along the lines of what I wanted to do, but not to death. I drop down. I allow I kind of like. Can I drop down like 20, 30 feet? However much I can drop down, staying within 30 feet and be able to see this guy. Can I see him?
Who are you trying to see? I'm sorry.
The dragon.
just like tie a rope around yourself and jump off, cast
Where-
Featherfall, and you'll essentially be a kite.
It's fine. It's fine.
Where are you going?
30,
Where are you
30
going?
feet down. Nosedive 30 feet down.
Okay.
This thing is going so fast you'll never catch up.
I have Misty Step. It's 30 feet.
Okay, so you're gonna go 30 feet down?
Yes.
Okay.
It is
Or like
correct.
29 technically. I was, can I see it at 30 feet down?
Okay.
20.
I will say that you drop 25 feet,
Sure.
which would give you enough time to then look back up and
Yeah,
teleport
that's
up
what
to
I'm
the deck.
saying. Right. That's what I'm going for here. Can I see it?
Yes, you can.
What a
Awesome.
mad lad.
It is just starting to look like it's going to crest the clouds and make another attack at the vessel, and it sees you.
Which side?
You should be able to see it on the map
Oh, hold on. Let me see.
at the front of the vessel.
Oh, I see it.
Or-
I see it.
Yes.
Okay. So from here then, now that I see it,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and mind silver it as
Okay.
as my action. So it's it needs to pass an intelligence saving throw, which for me is a 14.
It passes.
All right.
16.
The target must see intelligence saving throw
Good
or
try. Good
take-
try.
Well, that doesn't work, so I just Misty step back up to right next to the archer.
Okay, cool.
and I say incoming front of the ship.
All right, awesome.
That's it.
Okay, cool. Well, that is going to allow Brisik. I'm gonna say that sweet ass stunt gives him the chance to start taking the dodge action as kind of like a reaction, if you will, to your shout. So when this dragon bursts from the clouds in front of you, flapping its wings to stop its forward momentum. It puts both of its feet onto the deck and immediately goes down to bite at Brisik, taking his bite attack. Let's see. Okay, so a miss is what that's going to end up being. But he also has 2 claw attacks. So let's see how these guys do.
This triggers my action, yes?
Yes, it will, and you can go ahead and
After
roll
his,
for it.
yeah. I didn't know how that worked in 5th edition, actually.
Yeah, it's your action. So the prepared action is what goes first if the triggering event happens.
So then I should be going before this guy.
Yeah,
but-
I mean, but it's all
but
gonna
you're
happen at the
not
same
gonna-
time either
yeah.
way.
And you're not going to stop him from achieving this goal.
Yeah, you ain't gonna kill
Well,
him
what
yet.
if I had some shit up my sleeve, brother?
Well, you only readied the action to fire the harpoon, so that's really all you
Fair
can do. But yeah, go ahead and roll to see if you hit. He does land a claw strike against Brisik, which is going to knock him unconscious.
Oh, shit. This is my guy reloading my gun here.
Correct, yes. Now go ahead and make your attack roll to see if you can hit this dragon.
Yeah, what is my bonus on this?
+6.
Okie dokie.
D4.
And a d4.
So it's +10? Or just rolling a d4 right now.
You're
All right.
rolling
rolling a
D4,
D4.
yeah.
Yes. So it's +10. And at the last moment, Kamba snaps his fingers and the end of the ballista bolt erupts in flame from his sweet thing that he has, the Ild rune. And it causes an extra +20 damage as he misses fantastically. Like, unbelievably.
Can I give Combo my inspiration?
Yeah, sure. That's fine with me.
I'm just
All
going
right.
to yell towards Combo. You got this.
I re-roll that bitch.
Yeah, you reroll it. You can go ahead and keep the 4 for the emboldening bond.
That's an unnatural 20.
An unnatural 20 will in fact hit this this dragon. Go ahead and roll 3d10.
Ugh.
Let me write that
Same.
down so I don't forget.
Thank you very much. I didn't have inspiration.
No worries.
14
It's
points of
me.
damage.
So
Okay.
So are we? So when it comes to the inspiration, we started doing like what did you call them?
Hero
He-
points.
Hero points, right? Okay, I was gonna say because I was tracking as inspiration before, but now that I have bard shit, I actually do inspiration. So
Yeah. So that's just if you can have up to 3 hero points.
You didn't get no hero points for jumping off the deck of the ship?
I have 2 hero points. I haven't
Yeah.
used one in so long. I haven't
Yeah,
written down
I
in my
have no
notebook.
hero points.
He
I'm not
also
even much of a hero.
he also gave Brisik the opportunity to dodge 2 of the attacks with that dope move, which means you didn't get hit. So he did good. Because all of the attacks went on Brisik and only the last one hit. Okay, cool. So yeah, you hit him and it drives into him. And then there is actually a specific rule with yours because you have the harpoon gun. Oh yeah, no, it's just automatically impaled. Cool. So yes, this guy is now impaled with about 500 feet of rope that immediately starts coiling away as he's going to finish off his turn by once again dropping below the clouds and becoming.
She can't go 3 barrels on her. Not 3 barrels.
Chows. Nice. Okay, cool. That's going to bring us back to the top of the order. Callus, you're on deck. Flint's in the hole.
This is me, correct?
Yes, Kamba, this is you. And that
Oh,
rope is continuing to move.
yeah. So what is
Is
this
there a
rope
lock-
attached to?
is there
Is
a
it
lock
some
on
kind
that?
of a? Yeah, I was gonna say, is it some kind of a like a winch? You know what I mean? Like a. I'm assuming.
Yeah, this is. Yes, it is on a winch.
Okay. So, Kamba, you know, Kamba shouts to the helmsman, well, I'm gonna lock it. Prepare for a little jolt here, and he shouts to everybody, and using his mighty strength and trusting his gloves here, he attempts to kind of slow the rope down as much as he can before putting the locking mechanism in to kind of negate some of the jolt that's going to come from a fucking dragon all of a sudden going taut on this line.
Well, to be
Okay,
fair, it's
I'll
not
give
like
you-
it's diving. It flew underneath.
Yeah, I will give you 2 options here. One option is you just try to use your brute strength to grab this rope, plant your feet on the railing, and just hold. Or you can use your action to reel in as much of the rope as possible, which currently does not have any resistance on it, so you can get a pretty big dent in this 500-foot rope. But there is no locking mechanism on it. You have to use your action every turn to reel it in on its pulley system to keep this creature from getting further away and, in fact, pull it closer. So, if you want to make a contested strength check with this dragon to yank him with the rope just being in your hands, awesome, you can do it. Or you can
That ain't
bring
gonna
in
work.
It'd be way
No, I'm gonna
cool.
start
It'd be
rolling.
way cooler if it did, but it's way less likely.
Yeah,
You
I'll
have
start
any
winching it in.
You'll start
giant
winching it
potions?
in.
Say it again.
Oh, yeah,
Dallas?
do you have any potions? Is that what you asked? Cal?
Mhm.
Ooh, down a strength potion and just fucking fight this dragon in hand-to-hand fucking strength contest.
I thought I did. Didn't I buy one from Flint?
You
Or
give
got,
him
yeah,
something
you got
for
one
points?
from him in exchange for something.
Oh,
Sure.
from my scrolls that I had gotten. Right? Am I wrong?
No,
I
yeah,
don't know.
I don't remember if you ever actually made that transaction, but I believe
I
you
don't think
did.
that I ever actually. Yeah, I thought that I had. Yeah.
Understood.
Oh well.
What do you? I don't know. It doesn't.
Is
I
it
don't
on?
know.
Does
It's not on
anybody
my.
have
It's
the
not on my sheet.
inventory?
It's not on my
Uh,
sheet.
It's not on your sheet.
Is
What
there
about the
is
group
there a
inventory?
is there a strength potion on his sheet?
Let me check.
And if not, does he have scrolls on there?
Yeah, he definitely did have a. He did. That was the transaction I was trying to
Yeah,
get him
that
to do.
was the transaction. I don't know if it ever happened.
I thought
I
he
remember
ended up
marking
just
down that I had
giving
scrolls.
them. I thought he ended up just giving them to you
Oh.
after he tried to unsuccessfully convince you to do something. But let me check his character sheet real quick.
No. That's right. He convinced me to go to the library with him, and I was just like, "All right, you're not.
Yeah.
I'm not like helpful in a library, like you know what I mean."
Oh, that's right.
It's not in
Yeah.
his inventory, but I'll allow it. We'll just say it's a Hill Giant Strength Potion. So go ahead and chug that bad boy.
Sets me to what?
Oh shit! Hold please.
21, I believe.
Potion of Hill Giant Strength. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Why did you auto-correct that? Oh my god, I'm just gonna Google it. Because I honestly cannot remember. Yeah, 21 is your strength score. Bonus action to chug that. Your strength score becomes 21. And
Which
you
is
want
a what?
That is a +5 to your strength, and I'll let this be athletics as you're engaging your full body, and you can use your smarts and your athletic ability to fight it. So, go ahead and roll an athletics check with a +5, and then your proficiency bonus, whatever that is.
Oh, fuck.
At level 7, that's 3, I believe.
I just fucked my whole character up. I went in to edit my strength and it reset all of my stats. It's pretty fantastic.
Oh,
Wow.
you can do a temporary edit just on the actual screen that you're on.
Really?
Yeah, so with the when you're on your
Well,
character
here's
sheet,
a D20.
okay, it'll be
Plus
+8.
5. Yeah, I was gonna say it's a +8. Yeah.
Oh shit! I see the bonus spot. Click on.
Son of a bitch.
You don't click on the plus or like you don't click on the modifier. Click on the actual strength number on your character sheet, and it'll bring up a modifier sheet.
You have emboldening bond, don't you? Or is that only once per turn?
Technically, that was the last turn that he used it, because it was
That
a
is
held
true.
action.
So you have a D4.
Thank God for technicalities. Even though it was last turn, it was also last round.
Okay, so you guys watch Kamba launch this harpoon, hit into the dragon. The rope is starting to quickly uncoil from the deck, and he shouts over that there's going to be a big jolt. You watch him plant his big ass turtle feet, I'm assuming, and he grabs the rope, wraps it around his arm and around his back, and kind of loops it around himself. And just at the last second, clenches, tightens, and pulls. And you guys watch as the deck and the railing just crunches with the resistance, and it starts to splinter a little bit. And Kamba, just when you think you're going to break, the tension stops increasing, and you feel a massive jolt as the boat or this airship actually noses down
Nosedives.
pretty steeply, and goes down probably about another 20 feet. But this creature is held. And you
Is
guys
he
watch.
in our view now? Are we now looking at him?
Yeah, I would say you guys can see him. Let me.
I am the libertine.
So he was like flying out this way to try and come around in circle, and Kamba's got him. He's probably a little bit
Got my
further
character
out.
back together. I think it should work from now on.
Okay, cool. So he's got the line. Kamba's being a total badass and holding it. Your deck does take a couple points of damage, just because the wood is splintering underneath you.
I can. Is that something that we're probably gonna be tracking often? Because I always have a notebook next to me. I can be in charge of that shit.
Okay, cool. Actually, let me give you some information here then.
Okay, cool.
So your hull has an AC of 13, hit points 250, hardness 10.
250, hardness 10.
Yes.
Oh, so they went with Spelljammer rules.
Yeah, they use those vehicle rules for all of 5e, which is nice. And walls and such have the hardness.
Alright, so yeah, isn't the hardness basically like a like you have to do at least 10 damage to do any damage? Isn't that like a threshold?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah, so it's the damage threshold. So yeah, if and which in this case it's 13 damage. That's the only reason any damage applies. But it is the
How
full
much
amount.
does
So
this thing weigh?
the vessel?
Yeah.
The vessel weighs. I actually think I have
13
that.
tons. Doesn't matter.
I don't have that right now.
You do the
but
game.
I'm sure I can find it. Okay, so and then 13 points of damage to Marcus, and then the balloon has an AC of 11 and 50 HP, no hardness.
Oh, what was that? The balloon.
The balloon has an AC of 11 and 50 hit points.
50 HP. All right, we just got 13. Perfect. Got it.
Okay, cool. All right, Kamba, that is your turn. You are holding this guy, and He is in place. He's now in view. You guys, he is kind of obscured. I'm going to give him a little bit of a bonus to his AC because of that, but you can see him because this line of rope is connecting to him. So, Callus, you are up. Flint's on deck.
All right. Now I'm going to move 30 feet. And from that 30 feet, let me turn this off. I'm going to move 30 feet right here. Boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
And from there, I'm going to activate my channel Divinity Ball of Peace. Let's see here. In action, I can move up to my speed without provoking an attack of opportunity and heal for 2d6 plus 4. So let's see here. I'm going to move up here. So that's 45. And then I'm going to heal this gentleman here next to Kamba. And then I'm going to heal Kamba. And 2d6 plus 4. Beacon of Hope. So 12 plus 4, 16.
Okay.
Perfect. That saves me from having to use my next turn to get him back up.
Nice, nice. And as that was my channel divinity, I'm actually just
Wait,
going to...
question, were we fully healed when we were leaving?
Yeah, it's been, we like slept into stuff. I feel like it's been like a day.
Oh, shit. I started at 75 health. Oh, wait, no, never mind. I'm wrong. Never mind. Shut up. I'll shut up.
Okay. Callus, what else would you like to do?
And then as my bonus action, I will do Mass Healing Word after my channel divinity. And that will do 1d4 plus 4. So that's 8 points of healing on top of that. And that's going to go to me, Kamba, and of course the man that was that just got up, I should say.
Oh, he's fully healed with you coming up and healing him.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah, he doesn't have.
Oh, he's weak, huh? That's good.
Uh huh.
That's good. Good crew. Good crew. Well, what, hit Flint instead then? Because I know he got hit.
Yeah, Flint got hit real hard.
I'll move back here and then hit Flint with that mass healing word.
Okay.
But I
and
don't
he
think
heals
I
how
can
much?
touch him. 8 points.
Okay. Every point matters. All right. Anything else you'd like to do?
That'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. So that's going to bring us to Flint. Flint is going to. Let's see here. He can. Oh, he can just get there. Okay, cool. So Flint is going to get an eye on this dragon, and he's going to launch 2 of his meteors at it. So this guy needs to make 2 dexterity saving throws. He passes one and fails the other. Uh, 11 points of fire damage to this dragon as these meteors launch out. And that was his bonus action. For his action, he is going to cast... Oh god, what is the spell list?
Fireball.
I'm thinking
Followed by
about it.
Fireball.
Thinking about it, but you guys have 4th level spells.
Oh no.
We
Oh, am I
sure
supposed to
do.
get out of jail free cards?
Yeah. Yep.
Nah, he is. He's going to cast a 3rd level fireball at this creature, which needs to make another dexterity saving throw. And he's going to put it right in front of the creature to not burn the rope off.
I was wondering how that was gonna play. I didn't want to be the one
yeah.
to say it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, his spell save DC sucks, guys. He met the DC just barely. DC 14. He only has a +1 to dexterity saving throws, but here we are. Oh no, he has a +4 to dexterity saving throws. My apologies. He made it anyway. But that is, oh god, what is the 3rd level fireball? 8d6. Good lord. Okay, he's gonna take half of this. Okay. He takes 14 points of fire damage. Wow, that was a really lackluster fireball. Oh wait, no. Flint has his stupid shit. Whatever. I'm gonna round up and say it's 20 points of fire damage because we're wasting time here. Let's move on. DeMarcus, you are up next, and Kamba, you are on deck. Callus, you're in the hole.
All right.
Okay. Kamba, how confident are you that you can hold that?
He's just straining.
You good? Okay, I trust you. Can I see? Can I see him from like behind this railing that my guy keeps jumping up on instead?
Yeah, you can see him.
Okay, cool. Hold on. What's the distance there, real quick? Fucking from the railing to him. That's not right. Come on, give me a marker on him. There we go, 72-ish. Okay.
Okay.
That's out of range. God damn it. All right, well, oh, fuck it then. Level 4 magic missile. Let's just get some damage in.
Okay.
Easy as that. So what is that? 64 plus 6. I'm gonna just throw him down to the world.
So 23 points of damage.
Yes.
That was more than Flint's fireball.
I'll take that. And then yeah. I'm behind that box. Or however.
Okay.
Okay, that's not what I want. There we go. Ah, whatever. It's snapping to grid. I want to be behind that box. We turn that off. I'll put him where I want after. My turn's done.
Okay. Cool. Sounds good. That actually brings us to the dragon's turn. He is going to make a strength check.
You got this, combo. Ooh.
Oh my god.
It's getting easier.
He
Do a
fails
strength
to remove the harpoon. Combo, go ahead and roll a d10 as he hurts himself trying to pull out this harpoon.
Damn it.
Okay. That's literally all he can do.
Oh.
Nice.
And Combo's holding him in place. So as long as there's tension on the line, the only action he can take on his turn is to try to escape the harpoon.
Oh, Jesus.
So yeah, you landing that harpoon was clutch. Kamba, it is your turn. And Brisik isn't loading, but he is standing by for orders. So you could order him to reload the gun. You could order him to start cranking in the excess rope to make it easier on you to hold this Drake.
Yeah, I suppose I have him begin to crank the rest of it up. Because having it be, I mean, even if he loads it up, nobody's going to be able to. Oh, I guess he could fire it. Yeah, fuck it. Have him load it up.
Okay, it's going to take him 2 actions to load and fire.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, have him load. Get it.
Okay.
Get it loaded.
Okay, so he will load it up. Kamba, I need you to make another strength check for me to maintain this grapple. Or athletics. Sorry, go ahead and do an athletics check.
Oh, well. So, why is my thing only showing up as plus? So this should be another what? +8?
Yeah, it
or
should be
something?
+8.
It's showing up as +5 for some reason. Fucking goddamn it,
You
dude.
have 1d4.
Does he have it back yet? It hasn't been his turn again.
Oh. Da-da-da.
I'm sorry, no,
My
this is
turn.
his turn. I lied. He does have it.
I believe in you. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh my god. So you got a what is that, a 15 total?
I think so.
Yeah, 15 total. He got a 13 on his strength check.
Oh, my God.
You continue to hold him, and since there's no jolting action, there's no more damage to the deck. You do hear it groaning, but Combo, you're starting to sweat. Sweat is just pouring out of you as you're just holding onto this rope against all odds, holding back this dragon from escaping.
No way, man. I argue the opposite. Kamba's been healed twice since since he's got on this. I think Kamba's like fucking chilling, whistling a little tune, dude. He's feeling good, and you know what I mean. He's back up to full health, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, you're also fighting a multi-ton beast.
What else is
listen.
new?
Yeah, well,
yeah.
all right. Okay. So Kamba, you have your action if you want to start pulling him in. Or you can do something else.
No, Combo starts pulling him in. What is that? What do you want to do? A strength check?
We'll just say that you can achieve that as an action since you maintained the grapple. So you pull him in 20 feet closer.
All right, and I make sure I, wiggle it and jerk it as much as I possibly can to really increase the amount of pain that I'm doing to this son of a bitch.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, cool. It doesn't do any more additional damage. It's just gonna do damage to him every turn.
It's sweet, delicious flavor. That's all I'm trying to give you.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Awesome. Combo, you pull him in 20 feet closer, making it easier for your crew to get at him. Callus, you are up, sir.
All right. I think I'm going to take DeMarcus's former position at the railing. 10 right here. And then I'm going to look towards the creature. Would I be able to sell how wounded it is, if at all, at this juncture?
Normally I would let you kind of just assess that, but because he's in a cloud, it's really hard to make it out.
Thrashing and
yeah, it is tough. So here's what I'll say: you can, as an action, perform a perception check to really try and understand where he's at health wise. But it will take your action because you really have to focus on it.
That's fair. I think I'll forgo that, and instead I'll take the opportunity to simply add on to whatever other ballistas or shots are being made, and I will try to cast a guiding bolt.
Okay.
I'm feeling
I'm gonna
pretty
run outside
lucky.
real quick. Fill me in on what I missed.
You got a combo.
I will cast that bitch at level 3.
Holy shit. Okay. Go ahead and
There
roll
we
to
go.
see if you hit.
And +7. I don't get the D4. No, I put it on the ballista man. So 13.
Okay. 13 does not hit. Your guiding bolt goes wide. You know what? Flint has inspiration. He's gonna give it to you. He sees you essentially take the same exact position, just on the opposite side of the ship, and he's just gonna grab one of the meteors floating around him, and he's gonna throw it and catch it like a baseball and be like, "We got this."
Thank you, Master Flint. Come on, dice gods. Dice gods.
The dice gods favor you. A 22 does hit. Go ahead and roll for that sweet, sweet damage.
And 28.
Holy shit. Okay, cool. 28, and the next attack against him has advantage. Okay, anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I'll use the rest of my movement to go over to Kamba. And, couldn't pick myself up there. And he has that on him, so I'll actually extend a hand. And, nope, can't do that. Guidance is concentration. Never mind. I think I'll instead just wait by Kamba.
Okay.
And I'll probably help this dude load or something, and that'll be my turn.
Okay, sounds good. Well then, in that case, that's going to bring us to Flint. Flint is going to do something very similar to what he's already done. He's going to launch 2 more of his meteors. He passes both of those checks, so he's only going to take half of this, which is... he's got his stupid elemental shit. We'll say it's 9 damage because I don't actually know how that roll works for him. Okay, so half of that hits. That was his bonus action. As an action, he will cast... Sorry, I gotta check something for him real quick. What is...
What did I miss?
Flint, are you watching?
I don't know if he's watching, but he's gonna be really sad.
Why did he die?
No, because I'm not applying the appropriate amount of damage, I'm sure, because I
does
haven't
not
read
use
his
his
whole thing.
elemental bullshit. The things that
Yeah.
add damage to certain attacks.
Oh, he doesn't have the twinned metamagic thing. Okay, no, so he's just gonna
That's
do
me.
a normal... he's just gonna do a normal firebolt at advantage to try and hit this dragon because it landed a guiding bolt, which Thank God it did. You guys handed each other back and forth your advantage, and he is going to do 2d10 of fire damage. And since I read it, this also includes +3 fire damage. He's going to reroll that too, because why not?
And don't
There we
forget,
go.
every
So,
one is counted as a 2.
Oh, it's counted as a 2. I thought you could reroll 2s. Never mind.
Mm-mm.
So you do 8 points of fire damage to this dragon on top of all the other damage you did. He is looking. You guys can see it now. Scales are falling off of him. His wings are deteriorating. You can see poisonous, viscous blood start to fall and rain down on whomever that poor soul is that it's going to hit in about 15 minutes. That finishes Flint's turn. DeMarcus, you are up. What would you like to do?
How far away is this dragon from the front of the ship?
Oh, you're gonna do something stupid, aren't you?
What do you think? I'm in the air. This is my element.
You are way off target, my guy.
I can't from my screen. There we go. Hold on. Right.
Something feet or 40
He's
something.
about 45 feet away from you.
45 feet, you say, huh?
Yeah, he can. Yeah, this is
40 feet from the prow of the vessel.
That's 35 feet there.
I'm just saying that we got rope. Just tie some rope to you, bro.
No, but that's the thing. That's exactly what I'm looking at. Is your rope?
Oh, sure.
We have rope that leads me directly to the dragon.
Are you about to zip line?
I'm fucking thinking about zipline to the dragon. Can I zip line to the dragon?
Okay.
All right.
I have more after, but first, can I
Sure.
zip line to the dragon?
Sure, why not?
Use your
Okay.
footstep
What am I rolling?
You need to roll, let's call it an acrobatics check to see if you can form your body in a way that the wind resistance doesn't immediately rip you off of
control
this
the wind
rope.
in my favor. In fact, if anything, it should give me advantage because I could make it push me towards the dragon.
Oh my god.
Okay, fair point. Go ahead and roll an advantage on your acrobatics check to make sure you can hold onto this rope just normally.
Oh god.
Yeah, also direct the wind to be lifting the weight off of you, so I don't have to do another strength check as you fucking herky jerk
It's
jump
okay.
up.
Oh,
It's
you know
okay.
DeMarcus is a little
Oh,
bitch. He weighs like 10 pounds.
I'm re-rolling
He weighs
that.
70 pounds, yeah.
I'm using sorcery point to re-roll.
You have
that.
advantage. You don't have to use
Oh.
sorcery.
Even better. So that's right. All right, there we go.
You argued your point, and I agreed with it. All right, 15. Yeah, that's good enough.
I
You
get
slide
to?
down, and you
Hope you vortex work back, dude.
I'm at the dragon.
you are. We'll say that the harpoon's positioned in a way that it's easy for you to get onto
That's
the
fine.
dragon
The
itself.
second I make contact with the dragon, Oh, that's not what I want. Whoop, hold on. Wait a second. The second that I make... No, get rid of that dice. Get out of there. Hold on. Sorry, I haven't done this yet. I haven't done...
Lightning bolt.
No, yeah, just point blank lightning bolt. No. That would leave me stranded on the dragon. I don't actually want to be here at
We're
all.
still connected to the dragon. I mean, if you kill it in one shot, we'll be dragging your body. Or like, we'll be dragging it with you.
Why is...
Just saying.
I'm looking at... Oh, there we go. Perfect. Found it. Haven't done this in a long time. I'm going to... Can you always allow... There we go. I'm going to immediately slash my dagger at it, trying to hit it with booming blade. So this is to hit.
Oh.
Yeah, that
my
hits.
God.
Cool. So booming blade... So first it does the dagger damage in general, which by the way is that +1 dagger that I have. So first we're gonna do that damage.
So 6 points damage. Okay.
Okay, and then we're gonna do booming blade damage, which immediately does 1d8 of damage since I'm at the level I'm at. So immediately does 4 more damage, and
Okay.
then once he moves 5 feet, we'll roll the damage the target takes for. So it'll be 2d8 more when he moves 5 feet. You know, if he moves 5 feet, because I don't know if it's going to happen. But anyway, I'm going to vortex warp the fuck back onto the deck and immediately drop to all fours.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, you do this stupid crazy stunt, and you land back on the deck of the vessel. It is going to bring us to this green dragon, who is once again going to spend its action attempting
The only
to.
reason I'm not staying hidden is because I know it can't do shit right now.
Oh my
yes,
god.
yes. So I would argue he moves during this process, correct?
11 points, 11 on his strength check is certainly a fail. I will, for flavor's sake, say Nizeroth at the helm knows exactly what you're doing, and he is going to kick the propeller in reverse to pull this creature, which would actually cause movement, and detonate your booming blade.
Wow, are you
Which
kidding
isn't enough
me?
to kill him. Oh, that would have been so sick. Give yourself the opposite of inspiration for that. Because of your shit roll. Okay, Kamba, you're up.
well, he technically, I mean, 9 damage. I got an 8 on one of the die.
Yeah, you got the highest and lowest.
I'm the best worst at this game.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, Kamba. Can you roll a d10 since he tried to remove the harpoon and failed?
I was gonna say that actually, yeah.
Kratos.
Oh. Kamba, DeMarcus, how do you guys kill this dragon?
Oh, just like that. As he... oh.
As he comes back and the ship is going in reverse and DeMarcus vortex warps back and this fucking explosion happens at the same time. Kamba yanks on the fucking harpoon and just rips it the fuck out of the gun.
Its heart rips out on the tip of the harpoon.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Okay. Yeah, add a green dragon heart to your inventory.
Oh fuck yeah.
I wish that I could justify us like holding on to it, but with the explosion and just
and the ripping and the fact that the fact that he even said we jolt the ship backwards, like
right,
yeah.
Like, we wouldn't have it on the end of the rope at the end of all this, so.
Yeah, you guys perfectly time everything.
My God.
And there's just this detonation, this loud, it sounds like a volley of cannon.
Crackling of thunder that travels 100 feet.
Love it. And Kamba, you feel this total lack of weight in comparison to what you were fighting against. And then you're like, oh wait, there's a little bit here. And you start pulling up the rope. And on it is the last 2 beats of this dragon's heart as it stops on the end of your harpoon. Go ahead and add a young green dragon heart to your inventory.
Stopping the ship and going down to find the... No?
If you guys want to,
I would
totally
be down. I would be down for that. So we would attempt to find it.
I wanted to make this attempt to do this, just to make it easier. We'll still have to land, possibly. No. It only lasts for a minute. It won't work. Never mind.
Wait, did what's his face finish loading the harpoon last round?
Yeah, it's loaded.
Can we attempt to harpoon his fallen corpse again?
You guys are in reverse. Yes, but you're gonna have to do it at disadvantage because he's obscured by the clouds, and you fall at a rate of 60 feet per round. So let me get him lower.
Who has inspiration? Number 1.
I have.
Anyone, and Storm, I'm looking at you to really do your best here, looking through Flint's spell book. Does anyone have anything that might help us with this fucking roll?
No.
Callus has
bullshit
I mean,
spell.
I could try and cast Enhance Ability.
Well, it's Callus's turn. We're still in initiative order here, and then we gotta pick this up because I gotta go, fellas. But Callus, it is your turn. This creature is heavily obscured from you, but he is about, I'd say, a solid 80 feet below the vessel.
I yell, Callus, get him, and give him my inspirational words as I tell him to go for the shot.
All right.
I'll burn a fucking token for this. Well, we'll see if we
Yeah.
need it, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I'll take the shot. I don't think there's anything else I can do given the way the creature's falling at the moment.
Damn it! I wish that this Luckstone didn't have to be attuned. I would just throw it to you.
Unless, damn, this is gonna be weird. Cause I don't trust myself to make shots, so I'm gonna drop my beacon of hope, and if possible, I'm going to extend a hand and cast banishment on the corpse while we go down to catch it.
Oh
Who's
shit!
ever after me will take the
Banishment
shot once it comes out.
Banishment has to be on a living creature.
Let's see here. You send one creature you can see within range. It doesn't say anything about living. Well, if that's the case, then never mind. I'll take the shot.
Yeah. Typically, you can't cast like target a creature spell. Fuck it. I don't care. This is dope as fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna let him roll a saving throw though. And we'll see if it works. He rolled natural 2. He fails.
Oh.
You banish this creature from the sky.
Quick, get us down there, Nizroth. Send us up
Nizrath,
for the
yeah,
shot.
he drops the heat. He opens the vents, and you guys start descending. And that is where we will end our session until next week. You guys are so lucky. I rolled absolute balls on recharging his poison breath every single time.
And breaking free of the harpoon.
And breaking
Hey,
free
I
of the
didn't
harpoon.
die.
And you didn't die. Great work to all of you. That was
Holy
smart thinking.
Shit.
Kamba's a badass.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're level 8 now? Awesome.
All right. No, you guys aren't level 8 yet. But
9.
great work, guys. I will see you all next week.
See
See
you
you next
next
week.
week.
Bye-byes.
Oh, man. That couldn't have worked out better.
Yeah, I didn't want to take the shot because I was just like, I don't want to miss it, and then like I don't know if it's just gonna like splatter as soon as it hits the ground.
No,
This is-
because no. See, you did the best way. Maybe we can get in a positioning now, giving us one extra turn of movement, and this thing not having what I would argue as a DM is that if it's obscured from where we are now, and we were moving in its direction to catch it, and as we were moving in that direction, you banished it, and then it's going to come back in its exact same spot next turn. That gave us movement towards it. I would argue that maybe it's not obscured now when we're rolling.
Hey, it doesn't come back in its same spot next turn. It's a minute. We have a minute.
Yeah, it's a minute.
We have a minute to get in position.
Right. Okay. So then we could use that minute to fucking have DeMarcus clear the air of fog, for Christ's sakes, and we know its exact position.
Actually,
have
I would
advantage.
argue that your fan.
I would say
be
we
the
have
better
fucking
maneuver.
advantage.
Oh,
That what? Oh.
for sure.
Yeah.
So, fucking, yeah. So technically, that is. So I shouldn't have been able to, vortex warp back because even though it's a cantrip, booming blade is an action. However, I could have done my 10 feet of fly bullshit and then misty stepped, which is a bonus action. So either way, clearing the 40 feet would have worked. But
yeah, the first thing I almost said it out loud, but then I messaged you instead.
Yeah, no, I thought I didn't see the message till well after everything happened.
Right.
But I could have bullshitted that 3 other ways. I am a teleporting, misty stepping, flying, feather falling, like you name it. I could have figured it the fuck out, dude. Like I was getting back on the ship. That's my we're in the air. This is my element. I can just dive off the ship and get back on it literally every turn. Like this is my shit. DeMarcus is in his fucking prime.
Well, that's it. So that's what I would argue. I would argue with the opposite. I would say as soon as you got off the ship, you're not matching the ship's speed anymore. It would be like it would be like going from the speed of a a car down the highway to the speed of a carriage going in front.
Sure. If you don't account for the fact that I could use that wind force against me and my advantage to push me forward, and if I jumped off the front of the ship, it only was falling for a second, casting a spell and teleporting back up, I would land back on the back of the ship, maybe. You know what I like? There's
So the entirety of your turn encompasses 6 seconds, and now we're getting into the physics of how fast this would travel versus how fast you were traveling, and you'd have to do like sine and cosine tangent to figure out the triangulation of where you would end up.
Listen.
No, that's all. No, I'm just saying.
No,
You know,
I fully agree, and that's why I asked him before I did the first dive. I was like,
Right.
will I be able to go
And of
down
course-
20 feet
Yeah,
and then back
and
up
I can-
in a
yeah.
teleport?
I agree with his ruling too. No, that's funny as shit. Do it. I would rather see you do it than
Probably the first heroic real moment DeMarcus has ever had. Just be like, I got this, and just nose diving off a fucking ship thousands of feet in the fucking air. Like, fuck it, dude. Like, worst case scenario, I go to Misty Step, he makes me do a deck save, I fail the deck save, I'm falling, I feather fall. It's like, alright guys, come pick me up when you're done with the dragon, I guess. Like, I'll be... Huh?
Callus.
Hmm.
I picked up a since you're the only one standing next to me on like the front line or whatever, I picked up a feat that I figured would come in handy just being the kind of guy that the front line dude. If you're within 5 feet of me, as a bonus action, I can switch places with you, and like without taking an attack of opportunity. That's cool in and of itself, but the actual like bonus of the feat is that I roll a superiority die, and then you get that in a bonus to AC.
Ooh.
So if an enemy is ever charging at us or something like that, or we know like, oh shit, next turn it's turn, it would be totally worth it for me and you to just swap places for no reason.
Bro,
and
then
you
would
Sanctuary.
And then you would get a plus D8 to your AC as well.
Right. Yeah, for until the beginning of my next turn.
That's kinda crazy.
Yeah, so I was like, that's a pretty ridiculous one, but especially if I was gonna say to Bob, I was gonna be like, yo, we should be fucking rocking this motherfucker all the time, right? You know?
Mm.
Yeah, I feel like Callus is the second most likely to end up in the front lines in any given battle.
Right, that's why I'm mentioning it. And I was gonna say, you know, it might be useful, like in that town, when we got attacked by those guards that were like corrupt dudes. It would have been a good time to use that feat, because how it had ended up was DeMarcus or Flint, I can't remember, was directly in front of me. And then they were on the front lines being attacked. So I could have swapped places with them,
That was
given them
Flynn.
huge
I was on the roof the whole time.
Right. And it would have been just a dope, like a cool maneuver to be able to do. But I figured we might be put in a situation like that, especially if we're in like a dungeon or tight hallways or some shit like that.
I will just never get sick of my ability with DeMarcus to be able to come from hiding, get in the middle of things, do some bullshit, and end up back in a place where I'm obscured from sight from everybody on the battlefield all in one turn. I fucking...
Yeah, you definitely should not have taken... You should actually approach Storm and say, I'm not going to take Bard. And instead of taking Bard, you should take Rogue.
No.
That is... No. But Rogue is 100% where your character is, and not in terms of like he's a thief prowling through the streets pickpocketing people. He's like a rogue, like he's the dude making little black books of like shell corporations in the Bahamas. You know what I mean?
Oh, sure,
in the Moonshade Isles.
Sure. Like corporate rogue. Gotcha.
Right. He's like he's a white collar rogue. You know.
Yeah. The only issue there would have been the fact that my my dexterity is absolute garbage, is DeMarcus.
No, I know. I'm just saying your play style and like just kind of who your character is does lend to Bard a little bit, but I mean I feel like it's Rogue 100%.
Oh,
right?
I agree.
Like,
Like if I was solely going on roleplay without looking at the mechanical aspect of it at all, Rogue would have absolutely been the right choice for the way that I run him. But it would have been overall a waste of a turn. level, I mean, because it's not skills that would actually be able to be implemented well into the gameplay. Not with him, at least.
And Callus, what does Sanctuary do?
Oh, essentially, as long as I don't take any violent actions or actions that cause damage to another creature, if a creature attacks me, they basically have to beat my wisdom saving throw to actually hit in the first place.
Well, you can cast on anybody too, right? So like, you could, if like, say I got surrounded by enemies and you were in a safe space, you could sanctuary my ass.
Within 30 feet. Yep.
Yeah, see, Sanctuary is a good one, but I hate when I played a character that had Sanctuary, and I cast it on somebody, and the very first thing they did was immediately attack the guy in front of them, and I was like, "You're a piece of shit." It's like, I'm so glad I wasted my spell on you. Like, fuck it.
Yeah. There's still huge potential in this group with the two mages, I feel like.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah. I'll see if my buddy wants to join in the game, though. I'll see if he's down to play. I don't know if he wants to spend the money to get Tailspire and then the Hero Forge and all that.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean the four is not too bad. If not, I mean, 4 is. I mean, realistically, this is the right-sized party anyway.
What are we naming? What do you guys think of the Felonious 4, by the way?
For the ship name or the group name?
The group name.
I came up with a pretty original one. I was thinking the 4 Fantastics.
There you go.
Yeah, the Fantastic Four.
I don't know what for the ship name. I don't know what we would go with. You guys have any?
We have to start having Flint yell "Flame on" every time he casts a fireball.
Flame on. But specifically the version of fucking Chris Evans. Flame on.
Flame on. Yeah, 100%.
Flame on. I mean, in middle school, we used to walk around the halls and just we would, as like a joke, you would put your arms down on the side and like lock your knees like you were turning, like you were gonna take off, like Chris Evans must do in the green screen room, and you would just go flame on as you walk through the hallway. It was hilarious. I don't know why I find that funny, but it was still really funny to me. And if I saw somebody that used to do it to me, I would do it bad to them and probably look like a weirdo.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's what life's about.
Yeah.
I can see it. I do like the Flonies 4, but after hearing the 4 Fantastic, that's pretty nice as well.
Fantastic.
As far as the ship goes, I don't know. I guess because of our short sessions, I shouldn't say short sessions, but our constrained time zone. There we go.
Yeah, like when we first started, it was 2 hours. Then it quickly became 4. Now we're going back to under 3.
Yeah, because of that, I think we should just call it the expedient. There we go. And we're speed running.
Gilded Guppy.
Nah, I like the expedient. I like it. We should go. I like that for the ship name for sure.
I'm down with that. I don't really give a shit.
It's partially meta.
Right.
And there's nothing better than being partially meta.
That's true. All right. Well, with that, gentlemen, I'm going to go make some waffles.
Yeah.
I'll see y'all next week.
I will see you next week. I'm going to get off as well.
Word. I'll talk to you.
I'm gonna go eat some food and go to bed. I got fucking shit to do in the morning now.
Oh yeah, don't you have court?
Yes, I do. So we'll see how that goes. I'll talk to you tomorrow, probably.
Yeah, good luck. Give me a call when you get out of it.
Sure. We'll see how it all goes.
All right.
See ya.
Bye.
Peace.
See ya.